Hello everybody, I am back with another video. Today I'm going to be showing you guys everything that I picked up in this last month before I take off for college in the month of August. Now, I wasn't planning on getting a lot of stuff because, as you guys can expect, I have plenty of textbooks that I'm going to have to buy right when I get back to college, and I calculated it out and it's going to be about $600 to $700 for my textbooks. So, I was planning on not spending a whole lot, but, planning on not spending a lot and then creating an eBay account just really don't go well together. They really don't mesh, so don't ever do that. But I did do that. Fortunately, I didn't go too crazy, but I won my first few eBay auctions. I never thought it was possible. I had, in the past, dabbled in a few eBay auctions and got sniped every time, but this time I learned and I did the sniping. The last 30 seconds, I sniped a few auctions, and I got some nice deals on some DS games. I'm not going to be console gaming very much in school. I'm not going to be gaming much at all, really. But when I do have, snippets of time here and there on the weekends, the Nintendo DS is going to be one of my best friends. So, I did kind of stock myself up with some nice DS games, and I got a few other nice things as well. So, let's go ahead and get right into things. Alright, so one of the first things I did is on GameTeasy, I ended up getting a nice Game Boy Advance SP bundle from someone. I paid $44 shipped for this, and the really nice thing is the guy included a case and an extra game that he actually didn't tell me he was going to include. And the really, really nice thing about this system is that, as you guys probably already know, as you can see, this is the really nice, is it the backlit or frontlit? I don't know what it's called. But regardless, it is the lighter Game Boy Advance SP, so that when you turn it on here, you can see it's pretty light there. But see, you can adjust the brightness so that it's even brighter. It's really pretty incredible. And as you can see here, one of the games that he included, that brightness is terrible. You can't see it. But it's Mario Golf. I don't know if you guys have played Mario Golf on the Game Boy Advance, but it's an absolutely incredible game. It's an RPG, of all things. An RPG golf game. I know that sounds a little crazy, but I actually love golf games for the handheld systems. Especially, and, console systems as well. I love those kind of cartoonish golf games. Not the Tiger Woods games, but like Hot Shots Golf, the Mario Golf games. Those are all really fun. So, I was really happy to get this system for $44 shipped. The system, Mario Golf, this really nice case, and then a handful of really nice Game Boy games. The Game Boy is one of my favorite systems to get games for, because you can just pick up and play these games for 15 to 20 minute bursts, take it out, and then pop in another game and play that for 15, 20 minutes. Some of the games you can even beat in 15 to 20 minutes, which is really nice, like Kirby's Adventure and, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Fall of the Foot Clan. Those games you can literally beat in like 15 to 20 minutes. But we have some really nice ones here. This is the game that he didn't tell me he was going to include. The game's terrible, so I don't, it's not that big of a deal, but Pac-Man. We have a game that I've actually never played, but I've heard great things, and it's actually recently been available on the eShop for the 3DS, and that is Wario Land, Super Mario Land 3. So that's really cool. Another game I've been wanting to play, I believe this is available on the NES as well, Bugs Bunny The Crazy Castle 2. So that's really awesome. Star Wars. And then finally, Gargoyle's Quest. I haven't played many of these, but like I said, I love playing the Game Boy. It's a nice system to just pick up and play, pop in games for 10, 15-minute bursts and put in another one. So I'm really happy to get those games. Alright, so moving right along, you guys of course know that at the very end of July, beginning of August, I received my copy of Kingdom Hearts 3D Dream Drop Distance. I'm happy to report that I completed the game last night, actually. After about 22 hours of play was my completion time. I played it on standard mode, but I've already started a new file, and I'm playing on proud mode now to try and see the secret ending. I'm going to try and unlock that. But I actually already watched the secret ending on YouTube after I completed the game because I couldn't wait that long. And I am so happy to say, guys, that this game is absolutely incredible. Exceeded my expectations by a long shot. And stay tuned to my 3DS collection. I recently recorded one. I'll be uploading that soon for my in-depth thoughts on the game. But in short, I really did enjoy it, guys. It's a very welcome addition into the Kingdom Hearts franchise of games. I think it blew the other DS games out of the water. Not that it really had much to do in order to do that, because 358 over 2 days and Recoded really were nothing special. But fantastic. I definitely hold it right up there with Birth by Sleep and Kingdom Hearts 2. Didn't surpass my love for Kingdom Hearts 1, of course, but the storytelling in this game is fantastic. And I'm not going to say much, but all I will say is I cannot wait till Tokyo Game Show 2012, because I believe we're going to hear an announcement for the future of Kingdom Hearts. So that's all I need to say, I think. Alright, also recently I went to, or actually Dustin Kreis, a really good friend of mine here on YouTube. Him and I met up and we went to a game store. He actually posted a video of it, so you guys can definitely check that out. It's one of my favorited videos, so you can find it through that as well. But the store that we went to, I always enjoy going in there. Their prices are a little bit absurd for the retro games, but occasionally you'll find a nice deal here and there, so I picked up a few things while we were in there. And one of them being Deadly Premonition, a game by Ignition Entertainment. A game that really has gone overlooked by many people, but a game that's kind of like a hidden gem. I know a lot of people that really like this game, and it definitely has its flaws. It's not perfect, but if you're looking for an experience that's just so bizarre you couldn't find a game like this anywhere else, definitely check out Deadly Premonition. It's a survival horror game in the realm of the original Resident Evil games. I started playing this the other night, and the controls and your character movements and just the feel of the game really mimic the early Resident Evil days, like Resident Evil 1 and 2. But this is like an open-world survival horror game. So think like Grand Theft Auto, sort of, but like in a survival horror game that's really kind of unpolished. But the dialogue in this game is absurd, hilarious, and just genius. I love it so much. It's just so out there and bizarre. I don't even know how to, accurately describe it, but it's just so weird. I mean, you're like this weirdo detective guy, and for whatever reason, you're just driving down this road in the beginning of the game, and you're smoking a cigarette, and you're talking to yourself as if there's two people in the car. Like, you'll say something, and then you're like, what do you think about that, Zach? And then you, like, answer yourself. It's so bizarre. But you end up crashing your car, and, your car, like, flips over a million times. He gets out without a scratch on him, lights up a cigarette, and just like, all right, here we go. As if it was all planned or something. It's so weird, but I love it. So I cannot wait to get home, holiday break, and sink some more time into this. But what's really weird is the enemies in this game are like these. If you guys have ever seen The Grudge, I'm sorry. The weird, how that person, like, the way they crawl all over the place. Well, that's kind of how these enemies look. And when you shoot them, instead of you seeing red blood, it's purple blood. And another strange thing, all of the enemies sound like 90-year-old men having a seizure. So you could be fighting some, like, little girl, and she sounds like a 90-year-old man. Or you could be fighting a 300-pound, like, weirdo-looking guy that also sounds like a 90-year-old man having a seizure. It's so weird. But I love it. And your main character in this game is just awesome. Like, he'll just shoot somebody, and it's almost like he's in the arcades with his buddies on, like, a Sunday afternoon or something. Because he's shooting them, and he's like, oh, bullseye. Oh, nice, headshot. Like it's a big game or something. It's like, dude, these nasty-looking creature, half-human things are, like, crawling all over the ground, about to, like, eat you alive, and you're acting like this is some game. It's so weird. But I've spoken enough about Deadly Premonition. If that sounds interesting to you, which it should, check this game out. It's pretty sweet. Really quickly, I also got a Blu-ray here off of Game Teasy. I traded a game away that I wasn't really interested in anymore. And I got Batman Begins. I had really had an itch to watch this since Dark Knight Rises recently came out. And so I got it on Blu-ray, so I was happy to get that. Alright, so now we have the DS bundles that I got on eBay. I'm going to go ahead and go through each of the different auctions that I won. One of them was a buy it now, and that was this game here, Mystery Case Files Millionaire. It is a point-and-click adventure, I think, kind of in the realm of Professor Layton, but it was published by Nintendo, which I think is really cool, and I've heard about this game, and I've seen it in the wild a few times, but I never really thought about picking it up, but I got this for like $4, buy it now, so I figured I'd give it a try. It was in mint condition. The guy said that, his daughter bought a bunch of games a long time ago, and she had never played any of them, so the Club Nintendo points weren't even used, so I got to download that, which is really cool, but it looks like a really interesting puzzle, point-and-click adventure game. So, and these are the perfect kind of games that I can play while I'm at school, Between classes, I can pop this in and play it for like, 15, 20, 30 minutes, and, put it away. So, I'm sure I'm going to enjoy this. And then, of course, you guys know that I recently played through Professor Layton and the Unwound Future. Well, I had to see if I could get the Curious Village, the first game in the series, and I was able to. In an auction, this one I got for $12 shipped. So I was happy to pay $12. That's about the going price if you were to buy it used at GameStop or something. So $12. The Club Nintendo points were used, but I didn't care. I'm just happy I got the game. And then I couldn't believe no one was going to bid on this. I thought I was going to get sniped for sure because I ended up bidding on this with about 5 minutes left. And one other person had previously bid on it, but I got this for $9.99 an auction. And that is Dragon Quest VI Realms of Revelations. You guys all know that I'm obsessed with the Dragon Quest games now. I've played 4, 5, and 9 on the DS. I've completed all 3. So I had to, get Dragon Quest VI. And this will probably be the first game I start playing through when I start college, just because it's just such a fun game to just sit down and just grind while you're listening to a podcast and stuff like that. So I really enjoy these games. Of course, the character art by Akira Toriyama. You guys know I love that stuff. So really happy to get this for $9.99. Was happy, that no one sniped me at the last second to get that. And then this last bundle of games, I couldn't believe I didn't get sniped. Because they're 4 pretty decent games. I bid on this. I had it on my watch list from beginning to end. And with about, I would say, 30 minutes left, I placed my first bid. The initial bid was $10.50. I ended up bidding about $18. So I ended up paying $15.50 for this because the other person probably had about a $15 place on their bid. But the 4 games are Boing Dokumadake DS, which is also a game by Ignition Entertainment. I remember Craig from TV and Lust. I distinctly remember him showing this game in his DS collection, his initial DS collection, when he actually showed his entire shelf. This one really stands out for some reason, just because the box art's just really interesting. And it looks like a really weirdo platformer puzzle game, maybe? I'm not really sure. But it looks interesting, so I'm looking forward to giving this one a try. I'm going to save this one for last because I'm most excited about that. And this one I'd never heard of, but it is Robocalypse. It's a real-time strategy game that's actually gotten really great reviews. I looked it up. I haven't had a chance to play it yet, but the characters look a lot like the infantrymen from the Advance Wars series. So it looks like that, but like a real-time strategy game. So it may be similar to Advance Wars. I don't know because I haven't had a chance to play it yet, but it looks really interesting. If you guys have played this, let me know. We also have a game that really didn't get well received when it first came out not too long ago, and that is Final Fantasy The 4 Heroes of Light. I'm not really sure how much I'm going to like this, but for what it's worth, the graphics and art style in this game look really, really nice. I'm not really sure what it reminds me of, but I just love it. And there's actually a poster in here that'll give you a nice idea of what the characters and the art style look like. So I'm going to go ahead and show you guys that real quick. So that's the poster for the game, and that's actually what the characters look like in the game. So it kind of really reminds me of like a game you'd see in the Super Nintendo era, and if it plays anything like that, I'm not going to mind if it's, very grind heavy and, just a classic turn-based RPG, then I'm sure I'm going to enjoy it, because I really love those. And then the final game is a game in the DS that I've just wanted for so long, and I, for whatever reason, never pulled the plug and bought it, because it's super cheap. I can get it on Amazon for like less than $20. But a game by Xseed, it's Retro Game Challenge. This is just basically fan service to people who love the games in the NES era. Just a bunch of random made-up games that you have to play and unlock new, other games. So you'll play like maybe a shoot 'em up similar to like Space Invaders, and then you'll unlock like an RPG that, like in the realm of Final Fantasy or Dragon Warrior 1. It's really an interesting concept, and a lot of people really like this game, and it's really just like a must-have for DS collectors. So I'm looking forward to giving this one a try too. If you guys have played this, let me know your thoughts. Alright guys, that's everything. I just wanted to shoot, a quick pickup video. Not so quick, it's actually ran pretty long, but I hope you guys do enjoy this video, and let me know what you guys have picked up this month as well. Thanks for watching.